All right, guys. I told you the other day I filmed these intros at the end of the day. So we've done all the running for the day. Today we are going to be talking about mental toughness. So I wanted to take a second to reflect on everything that we've built over the last year and a half, the progress I've made as a runner, and share from my personal experience the things that I have done to be able to consistently grind out 100-mile weeks when it gets difficult, to consistently show up and put up videos every day for the past year and a half, and consistently be accountable to myself, not to anybody else, but to myself. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. Make sure to sign up for the Supwell app. If you are not, it's $1 per month. You can buy, sell, and trade the best gently used running shoes in the game. And also, I'll throw up a screenshot video of the Supwell site. This is something that I've been accountable and mentally tough doing over the past week, 2 weeks, every day, uploading 4 new shoes to the site. So the website, the shoe database is 100% up to date. My goal is to make this the best shoe database online. People keep talking about they said, someone mentioned, I'm not even going to say it, another shoe database, and said they were the best. And I said, okay, bet. Just watch. I'm going to make the best one. So that's the stuff that fires me up. We got to keep going. We got to keep pushing. We're closer to our dreams and our goals than ever. And all we can do is execute. So that's what it's about today. Execution, getting some miles in. You know what they say? When they're going against the tough get mileage. Let's get into it. One more thing. Membership for the Supwell app is going up to $5 per month, November 18th, and we will be adding the Supwell kitchen feed for all the recipes and runner, plant-based, vegan nutrition. So make sure to get in before the membership goes up. $5 per month, November 18th. All right, enjoy the video. Good morning, hobby joggers. Can we get the angles on the Strung too? All right, let's go. Let's see, is this the right lighting? Hold on. I guess that's the right lighting. It's a little warm though. Hold on, let's see. Boom, no, that's too cold. That's way too warm. Goldilocks, perfect. Too cold, too warm, perfect. All right, let's get into it. So here's the thing. Adidas Prime X Strung V2, 50 millimeters worth of Staction Bronson back here. And you know what? Today I was actually thinking about running in should I tell you? Yeah, I'll just tell you. I have the Hoka Rocket X2 sitting in a box. It's been back at the shoe market for a while. My friend Philip Chu sent it over here, but it is raining today. Can we get some rain shots? No, we can't. Can we get some? There we go. You can just see it's gray. So I said, you know what is a good shoe to run in the rain, to put in a long run, a midweek long run, what we call a medium long run, or Higdon calls it the sort of long run, the kind of long run. This is the longest run from Monday to Friday, not the weekend long run. I'm going to get 15 miles this morning. What's a good shoe to do that in the rain? I was racking my brain. Accidental rhyming right there. And then I said, oh my gosh, Prime X Strung 2. So I was going to save this for a super long run this weekend. But you know what? I'll just have to do a super long run this weekend in a different shoe. That's okay. We won't do it in this shoe. Maybe I'll just run it back in the OG Prime X Strung. No, I probably won't. But this will be a good test of this shoe. You know why it's a great shoe for the rain? It has the grip, Continental rubber on the bottom. The thing that I've been wondering with this shoe, especially after running in the Prime X Strung OG back there, let me grab it. So Prime X Strung OG, light down. Yeah, Prime X Strung OG right here. This guy is a complete banger. This is a total banger. It's a lot lighter than the Prime X Strung 2. And I've been wondering, does the 2 just need some more break-in? Because I got both of these used. This is from my guy Samuel Rice. Sammy Rice. I'm sending him the Tier Speedworks back there. You can't see it, but we traded some things. So I'm going to get that out to him today or tomorrow. It was pre-broken in. I don't know how many miles my guy Sammy had on this, but I could tell it was broken in, which was perfect. I forgot how many he said. He probably said it via email, but my guess is between 50 and 100. I could look it up via email, but I'm not going to do that because we're rolling right now. We are just rolling. This thing from my guy Edmund, I think his name is Edmund Morris, the first of his name. House of the Andals, King of the Rockaways. I think he's from New York. House of the Andals. Is it King of the Andals? This looks like the Milk Bar colorway. He's king of the banana pudding. You guys live in New York. You ever had the banana cookie banana pudding from that bakery? What bakery is it? Is it Magnolia? I forget what it's called, man. And then Levain chocolate chip cookies, bro. New York has some nice delicacies. They surely do. It also just reminds me of Dunkin' Donuts with the pink and the orange. But my guy Edmund, he only put 10 miles on this thing, which is awesome. I got it for $150 on the Supwell app. Only 10 miles? Are you kidding me? That's the type of inventory we have. But we all know Prime X Strung or Light Strike Pro, which is in the Prime X Strung. This takes some break-in. I can feel it's firm. This is a firm thing. I also think black midsoles need more break-in. Black shoes in general are just heavier and firmer for some reason. That's just a law, hobby jogger physics right there. So I want to put some more miles in, see if it will break in, soften up, and get some more of the character that the Prime X Strung 1 had. Now, what did I love about the Prime X Strung 1? I ran a long run in this a few days ago. The bounce, the protection, the comfort. This is the perfect running shoe. This is now my new grail. This is my new, if I weren't testing so many shoes on the channel, I would probably just run all my long runs in this thing. It is a complete tank. It takes all the elements from shoes that I've liked across different time periods. So the durability and that dense protection of the Ultra Boost, the roll and pop of the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3, that fast, streamlined feel of the Boston 12 with the planted, grippy rubber, all in one package. And it looks so good in this colorway. And for me, colorway does make a huge difference. I don't know, it's just one of those things where I like having a fresh colorway. This is fine. I mean, $150, I'll take it with 10 miles versus $300 MSRP. The thing is, the other colorway that Running Warehouse had of this is pure white, which I love those triple white colorways. I love a light colored shoe. It just goes better with my personal style. I don't have anything against dark ones, but you know what dark shoes are great for? Running in the rain when it's going to be muddy and dirty. So we'll take this out for some miles, see how it does today. I'm going to do a 15-mile run this morning, just nice, steady, moderate. You know what? Charlie's trying to get me to do an ultra. She wants me to do a 50K because my Auntie Patty, she sent me this 50K and she sent Charlie this 50K and she said, hey, come do it. It's in West Virginia, the New River Gorge 50K. Let me know. Should I do a 50K? It's December 7th, so I don't have much time to train, but the thing is, with my volume and just coming off of a 2:39 marathon, I'm not worried about specific training for it. I can jump in and finish it and be fine. So let me know. Should I do an ultra? I guess it'll just be more 25-mile days and longer 3.5 hour long runs to prepare. That could be fun. That could be really fun. This is getting me excited, man. I've had a tough week. That's an understatement. I have had a horrendous trash week at my 9 to 5. The thing is, this is not my 9 to 5. I don't know if everyone knows that. Some people might. I don't even have my phone over here. But it's about 7:17 a.m. right now. This is not my 9 to 5. This is trapping early morning. Get it done before the job. And my 9 to 5 has been tough. But you know what? We gotta keep grinding and keep mashing. So the most important thing we can do, and this is why I pop out here every day, the most important thing we could do is put our nose to the grindstone, the literal grindstone, put our nose to it and just grind every day. That's why I do these daily commitments, because that's how we're going to get closer to our goals. And when we're having these tough trash basura weeks, it's even more important that we're consistent. And this is where you get forged in the fire. Man, I was sitting at my desk last night uploading. I'm doing this new thing, 4 shoes per day, 4 new shoes per day to the site to get the website back up to date, supwell.io. And I was saying, man, this is trash that I'm up at right now, still at 10:30 grinding, but it's these tough moments that make it worth it. And it's also the tough moments that make us get there, because it's so easy to just execute when everything is peachy smooth, when we're feeling fresh and clean. But when we're feeling dark and mean and dirty and we have to dig deep, man, that's where the true warriors are built. We're building warriors here. All right, I don't even know what I'm saying. Let's throw this thing on the scale super quick. I feel like the lighting is a little bit off. It's a little bit too warm. Hey, whatever. All right, let's throw this guy on the scale. That is super weird. Thing is, I can never get this the right shot on the floor here. I guess you can see that's horrible framing. It's okay. 324.5 grams in the Primex Strung V2. Now look at this. Primex Strung V1, 274.5 grams. I'm just going to grab a random shoe I have next to me for some context here. This is the Diadora Nucleo. Beautiful, super comfortable, everyday shoe. This is going to be a sleeper pick. I need to put some more miles in it. Not today in the rain. This is not a rain shoe. Look at this thing. Beautiful. This is going to be a sleeper pick. It's soft. It's comfortable. This might be the 1080 V13 replacement, but let's just throw it on for some context. Standard, everyday, max cushion type of shoe. 291 grams. So look at that. The old version of the Primex Strung, lighter than a standard daily trainer or a standard max cushion shoe. Then we have the standard max cushion shoe here in the Primex Strung V2, heavier. And the thing is, they made the Primex Strung 2 wider, and I do this width comparison every time, but it's not even as wide as a standard max cushion shoe like the Nucleo 2. So you're getting more weight, but you're not necessarily getting more of the stability benefits. It is very wide in the forefoot, but I didn't actually have an issue with stability in the Strung 1 once I started getting the legs cranking. So we're probably not going to be going as fast today as we did on Sunday in the Primex Strung 1, but who knows? Who knows? All right, let's hit the road, man. We got to get these miles in, but first, one more thing. That was absolute brick city. I apologize. Bro, we just have shoeboxes on shoeboxes out here. Oh, Diadora sent me some new stuff. Diadora CTN Unique. Okay, I don't know what that is. Should I open it up? Let's see. Let's see. I don't know. We'll have to find out. Maybe tomorrow. But people keep wanting me to do an ultra. It's not just my wife and my aunt. Everyone says you should do an ultra. The thing is, bro, my life is an ultra. My literal day-to-day life is an ultra. This is the thing I don't get about ultra marathons. Why would you have voluntary suffering? Now, I know people will say, okay, you run marathons. No, the difference is the marathon, I know that's going to be over within 2.5 to 3 hours. Okay, the ultra marathon, man, some people are out there for dang near 3 days, depending on which one you do. So I know that it depends based on the difference, but man, I'm not trying to have critical organ failure and peeing out blood. That just does not sound fun. Well, my life is stressful enough. Again, the marathon, when I did the Chicago Marathon, there was no point during that race where I thought I was in danger of dying, or I didn't even go to the pain cave in that race. And I'm not saying it was easy, but I trained for it appropriately. And if you train for a marathon appropriately, it will be appropriately challenging. With the ultra, man, I hear horror stories of people hallucinating, passing out in the middle of the woods, just horrible things, man. That's not what I'm trying to sign up for. 2.5 to 3 hours of moderate challenge, that is perfect for me. That's perfect for me. So I don't know about this whole ultra thing. All right, on foot here. I forgot to cut my toenails. I think I still need to cut my left toenail. This feels tight, just like the New Balance Rebel I ran in yesterday. And the thing is, this is not tight, because when I first ran it a few weeks ago, it was not tight. But decently comfortable. It feels high off the ground. There's going to be no ground feel in this thing. This is just a lot of stack. Let's do this. I'm excited to try this shoe out. Is this the best ultra marathon training shoe? Is this the best ultra marathon training shoe? It could be. All right, we're almost into 1 week with the new GoPro here. It's Thursday. I got it Saturday. I feel like I'm finally on the right track with this thing. Yesterday's footage in the Action Bronson video was crispy. Whew, it is chilly out here. I know I'm joking about this ultra marathon thing, but a lot of the principles are similar to marathon training, and especially my style. High volume, lots of frequency, longer long runs. Could be fun. Could be fun. But Primax Strung 2 here, it is tall. It is high off the ground. And it doesn't have that immediate bounce magic of the first one. But I'm gonna give it some time. This is not an early overreaction shoe. It needs some miles and patience. Patience. I'll check back in a bit. All right, that was mile 1. I didn't check the pace, but I feel clunky and awkward right now. That's okay. We've got 15 miles to work through it. But man, a lot of life for me recently, the last few years, has just been figuring out how to do things in a way that works for me. Figuring out the strengths and weaknesses. Figuring out how to grow. How to put myself in a position that makes sense. And running in this channel is one of the outlets for that. And I have found personally that being consistent, running a lot, putting videos up every day, is one of the things that I can commit to, follow through on, and not let slip. And so a lot of the time we think about passion when finding what we want to do, and for me that's part of it, but it's also commitment. What can we commit to, and what personally is going to work for us? And I found out setting a standard for myself and having a non-negotiable of 100 miles a week, videos every day, 20-mile long runs, I can commit to that. And unless I get taken out by a last gen Chevy Silverado, we're gonna be executing on it. And I'm pretty dang sure if I keep grinding for the next 6 months, year, 2 years, sharing the journey, sharing the commitment to running and all the benefits that it's given me and how other people can use it to improve their lives, I'm pretty sure I'll find a way in this world that works for me. The reason I'm bringing this up, like I said, my 9 to 5 job right now is completely draining the life out of me. But I'm still executing, and it's even more important that we have these daily commitments, because when it gets hard like this, it's easy to let things slip. We gotta hold that line. All right, mile 2. So far, I am not enjoying these at all. They feel heavy, awkward, clunky. I also personally just feel tired and out of it. But I looked down at my watch, and that last mile was a 7:09. I thought I was going 8:15 or something. So these shoes have a lot of performance benefits. It's like the Super Blast. This might take the crown from the Super Blast of the fastest brick of 2024. Now the ride is more enjoyable than the Super Blast for me, but it just feels so bottom heavy, so bottom heavy.
And I mean, a 7:09 pace, that's not slow. That's a 3:05 marathon pace. I don't know. So yeah, so far just really heavy on foot. Grip is good though, in typical continental fashion. I also just want to say thank you guys, by the way, because it's times like this, weeks like this, where I'm just dragging and it's hard to get out of bed and it feels like things aren't clicking. Then I remember, man, we have so many people all around the world in the hobby jogger community getting after it, inspiring me to get after it, putting in the work at the 9 to 5 on the 16-hour shifts, on the 3-day stations, doing whatever they need to do to get things done. And that's why I do these daily videos. It's not just for myself, it's for everybody else out there too. It's a daily commitment. And if you're part of the community, you know, up your best, man. We're just trying to improve every day. That's what it's about. And on these hard weeks, we gotta get stronger. We strengthen that commitment even more. And it's not about digging deep into the depths of the pain cave. It's about just pushing through. It can be easy. We can do something easy every day. But as long as we're doing that one thing, that's what matters. So thank you to everybody for supporting. We just gotta keep going. So we're between mile 3 and 4 here. My friend Jared DeSoto left a really wise and hilarious comment on the Supwell app yesterday, talking about the Nike Zoom Fly 6. He said, in a fine wine or a fine coffee, you want to detect the different notes, but that's not something you want out of a shoe's midsole. Right? It's fun to pick up flavors in a Bordeaux or an anaerobic natural, but in a marathon training shoe, we want smooth, consistent performance. The ideal is if we don't quite notice the shoe at all. And this is a case where I can feel the tech. I don't want to feel the tech. I can feel all the stack in the forefoot. I can feel that there's a plate in here. I can feel the bulk. It doesn't come together as cohesively as the Strung one or the Primex Strung one. There's a lot going on in the midsole, but you can feel that. That's the issue. In a shoe like the Hoka Skyward X, there's also a lot going on in the midsole, but I can't feel all the different elements. It just works. It just feels super bouncy. With this, I can feel every single piece of tech. Process goals are powerful. What's a process goal? A process goal is something that we can control. I'm gonna run 4 days out of the week. I'm gonna drink X ounces of water per day. I'm gonna film and post a YouTube video every day. Why is it so powerful? Because it's 100% within our reach to execute on process goals. Outcome goals, like I want to run a sub 240 marathon, or I want to have 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, or I want to make $80,000 from my salary this year. We can't control those things. We can control the actions that lead to those things, but outcome goals are lagging indicators. How much money we make, or how much influence we have, how many followers we have, that's all a result of the actions. And that's why I focus so much on the process. And you guys already know what my process is. everyday grind. You don't have to do it this way, but it's what works for me, baby. Daily imperfection. People have been asking me for a video on the mental side of running, and maybe I'll make a separate one, but this is it right here. This is it. Rainy day, feeling like absolute garbage. Just coming out, going on autopilot for a 15. I don't care how I feel. I don't care how the weather is. This is a requirement. This is not optional. Once you make running a requirement and you're able to execute on it, you set your non-negotiables and you execute. Once running is as important to you as responding to your boss or putting food on the table for your family, that's when you've mastered the mental side. And it's for a lot of people, it's never gonna be that. And that's a drastic way to say it, but that is the mental side. You have to turn something that's optional into a non-negotiable. I've never missed a 100-mile week on a week where I said I was gonna go do it. That's the mental side of running. You know, all the fatigue, the weakness we might feel, that's part of it. That's what makes us stronger. And grinding out these miles like this during training, that's why we show up on race day and we don't cramp and we don't fade, because we put in the work. That's the mental side of running. That's why I love running. There's no shortcuts. There's no magic pill. I don't care what supplement you take. I don't care what drug you take. You have to put in the work. It doesn't have to be painful. Again, I'm in no pain right now. This is a relaxed pace. But the friction was high. Did I want to run? No. I would have much rather been sleeping. And that's the mental side of running. Doing it when we don't want to. You have to turn yourself into a savage. You have to say, bro, nobody is gonna stop me. I'm in control. I'm gonna set my non-negotiables and execute. Unless I get taken out by a last gen Chevy Silverado, we're hitting our mileage goals. That's the mental side of running. I mean, the day my daughter was born, the day after my last daughter was born, well, the day my daughter was born, I had the Hoka CLX1. I was able to buy it before it came out on a secret website, posted that video, and 5 minutes later, we were on the way to the hospital because Charlie was in labor. The next day, I went to got a babysitter. I got a babysitter so I could go to the gym and film a workout in the CLX1. How many views did that video get? I don't know, 1,000, but that's the process goal. I'm not gonna get here without the insane dedication. Some people might say addiction, maybe it is, but that's my strength. I have to leverage that, and that's how I've been able to grow the business. So you have to find your strengths hold on to those, nurture those, lean into them, and commit to yourself. That's the other thing, right? Putting food on the table for your family, responding to an email, your boss, showing up to a meeting on time. Why do we do those things consistently? It's because we're more scared of failing somebody else than we are ourselves. And once we can commit to doing things for ourselves and having the same standards for ourselves that we have for other people, that's when we'll master the mental side. Now, I'm not saying you need to be completely selfish, but there is a selfish part of running. It's an independent pursuit. It's simple as that. Running 100 miles a week can certainly be selfish, and Charlie sacrifices a whole lot to support the mission right now. But what I'm saying is, man, once you can treat your own goals as important as the expectations of others, that's when you'll have mastered the mental side, not just of running, but of life. And I know this message is not going to connect with everyone, but I hope it can help one or two people out there. And it's not, I don't know. I always second guess myself when I talk about these things because I don't want to come off as I'm advocating for narcissism or being selfish and not caring about other people. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is we need to make the time. We can find the time to do things that are important to us that will eventually also help those around us. Because if you have a goal and you're just letting it die, it's like a dream deferred, raising in the sun, right? You're gonna be miserable. But if you can nurture it just a little bit every day, man, 15, 20, 30 minutes every day, just the same way that you do all those things for other people every day, that's when you'll be successful at what you want to do. And that's how I've been able to get here. And am I where I want to go eventually? Absolutely not. But it's a start. We can't get there without grinding through here first. And we got another hill, baby. Let's go. All right, mile 7, about halfway through here. And they still feel heavy, but I'm still knocking out 7 flats. So the performance is good. It's just a big shoe. Now, another thing about the mental side of running and what I've found works for me is I used to be a perfectionist. I used to have to do everything exactly a certain way, have documents formatted, have a strategic plan mapped out. And then I realized 3 or 4 years of trying to find something that I could commit to, that path, the way of doing things just wasn't working. I'm more of a prospector. I need to get started. I need to have action to figure out which way to go. And so now I let things be imperfect. If I waited to know how to edit videos to start this YouTube channel, I would never have started. If I waited to have perfect audio quality or perfect GoPro quality, I would have stopped after 2 videos. Now, it's not an excuse for letting things slip. But it's to say that if you're letting perfection hold you back, let things be imperfect. That's what I've found works for me. And it's the same thing with training. There's no perfect training plan. The best thing we can do is be imperfectly consistent. November 14th, and we have Christmas decorations. Oh man, it is windy as heck over here. This is brutal. We're early in my cold at mile 9 into a run. It is freezing and windy today. All right, update, mile 11, still clipping them off at 7 flat. The shoe is very consistent. The mental side of running, grinding out another loop here. You know how many times I've run this loop this year? Hundreds. I put thousands of miles in on this loop. That's the mental side of running. Last mile here, this is where the beauty of this shoe is really coming through. It is just so sticky, so sticky. This is the perfect shoe for the run. It's slick, has a rock on the Blue Ridge Parkway, but these shoes are just sticking like a hungry gecko. It's crazy. You can hear it. Everything's wet. Everything's wet. Man, I had to come back in here today because it is so wet and cold out there. Holy cow. Let's see what we got. 15 miles, 7:03 pace. We were knocking them out right at that 7 flat that entire time. I also needed to use the bathroom that entire time. Oh. Man, it is soaking. We have not had a wet day like this in quite some time. Somebody asked me why it's always sunny in North Carolina. It's not. It's not always sunny. It's not Philadelphia. All right, hold on. All right, man, I had to shower and everything. I thought I was going to get hypothermia over there. It is cold and freezing. I'm not built for this. I am really not. So here's the thing. It's only about 45, but anything below 50 in my little North Carolinian behind, my North Carolinian hiney, I'm a southern boy now, it does not tolerate the cold. It's an issue. I'm not built for this. Look at those trees swinging. Do you see those? Hold on. Let's get a close-up on those trees swinging in the wind. They're begging for mercy. I mean, do you see that? Do you see how aggressively the wind is whipping? Look at this. Look at that leaf. It's in pain. That leaf is in pain. So this is what I'm saying. It was not hospitable to me out there. That's a good album. We might need to. That's a good rainy day album. Fair exchange, no robbery. We might need to throw that on. All right, we can do this old school style. We're going to do this old school style. Get it in.
in the office. A little breakdown in the office. Let me set up some light here. Bada boom, bada bang. You guys remember this? You guys remember the black wall? Future is killing it, man. So I was listening to Another Day by Larry June. Then I said, let me hit some Codeine Crazy Future. This is a Codeine Crazy type of vibe. And then I went into Colossal by Future. And that was just on my Future playlist. And then that was Mad Love by Future. That's a deep cut. If you like Future and you don't know that song, Mad Love, check it out. One of his best verses of all time. But look at this. Look at that. This is what I'm saying. It is super duper wet. Is this the right lighting? Is this the right lighting? I guess that's better. Bro, I don't know how to get the light. We're going to have to work on the lighting in here. Here's the thing. It's going to be winter time, so I'm going to have to do the breakdowns in here again like we used to do. Do you guys remember when I used to do this? Some of you probably do. And you know what? People would complain. I wouldn't say complain. Give me constructive criticism. The audio is echoey. It's not good. You know what? I was using the camera audio. I didn't even have the mic that I have now. It was like $100 to pick up. Not super expensive in the grand scheme, but I just flipped the camera on, got started. The video quality was terrible. And you know what shoe actually put my channel on the map initially? A preview and market analysis I did of this exact shoe. This exact shoe. It was not in this colorway, but it was white, the white, blue, and red Strung upper. I did preview and market analysis with some leaked pictures. It was 4th of July, 2023. And that just started going crazy overnight. I was in New York for my cousin Marcel's wedding, and I woke up the next day, and that video was going off. Thousands of views. Meanwhile, any other video I'd done, 3 months of daily posting at that point, 10 views, 100 views, 200 views, maybe 300 views, max. So that put my channel on the map. And I would come in here every day from April, May of 2022, all the way through, to today, but when we were in here, all the way through to the running event, and then to when Joy was born. That's when things started changing, and I would take the camera outside. And the reason I even started taking the camera outside and doing more of the vlog format versus being behind the desk here is because I couldn't film in the house. Because Charlie's mom was here, Grandma Jill, shout out Jill, putting in work. She was here, and then my mom was here, so there were people in the house. There's no one in the house right now, actually, which is why I'm filming in here. That's why I generally film outside, so I can talk and we can get into shenanigans. So every single step I've taken, every way this channel has evolved and the business has evolved has been just getting started and letting one thing lead to the next. The whole reason we have the shoe marketplace in the Supwell app is because people requested it. And I listened to people and I got it off the ground and I said, hey, let's start this as simple as possible. I'm gonna use a third-party platform called Circle. I'm just gonna get it started, and if I build it, maybe they'll come. If we build it, maybe they'll come. And look at that, people have started coming in. So that is my general approach. That's what mental toughness is. It's not being scared to fail, and not being scared to fail in public and just getting started and keeping the gosh dang mustard on the dog. And that's what we're doing, man. So let's talk about the shoe real quick. And this lighting is, I really want to fix this lighting. This is the thing. I'm going to talk about all this, all that, but this lighting is actually trash. Let's see. Should we do our lighting test again? Hold on. Where's the remote for the lights? There's 3 settings. Should we do the Goldilocks? I don't even know if this is on the right thing. I think that's better. I think that's better lighting. I do. I really do think that's better lighting, but hold on. Oh, and now I have some lights back here. Okay, look at that. We're building. We're building and we're learning. Okay, I think that's better. So Prime X Strung 2. This is so heavy. This feels like a tool for the job. It's not super enjoyable to run in, which is weird because the Prime X Strung 1 is so fun. So fun. But I felt the same way about the Boston 12. And someone actually commented, I think it was my guy, was it James? Someone commented, it's funny that you say the Boston 12 is one of your favorite marathon training shoes of all time, and you also say it's not fun. But sometimes the best things and my favorite things aren't fun. Grinding out 100 miles a week isn't always fun. So these types of tools for the job have cushion, have support. They get the job done. I mean, this is a tall, stacked workhorse. lots of bounce, and it was holding that 7 flat pace so easily. I don't think my heart rate was right today. The watch was, let's throw up the run. You can barely see my face. See the lighting in here is horrible. It's okay. Let's throw up the run. Yeah, I don't think my heart rate was correctly tracked, but the effort felt pretty smooth at that 7 flat, and this shoe made it so easy to hold on to that pace, and especially with the grip in the rain, holy cow. This was absolutely amazing. So I wouldn't say it's my favorite shoe to run in, but for a 15-mile run at that moderate pace, just cruising, this is a complete tank. And if you're bigger than I am, you're gonna like it more. For me, at that 7 flat pace and any of my moderate paces, so 6:30 to 7:15, I'm just not putting down enough power to really get the most benefit out of this shoe. I would prefer a lighter weight, more streamlined shoe like the Strung one, but it likes me. It treats me well. The one thing is my left Achilles calf felt tight running in it, and like it was kind of weird, and that could just be my left calf is sore from yesterday's workout. But yeah, it did feel like I was working my calf more than another shoe might have. It's just a lot of foam, but in terms of the performance, it's great. It's like the Super Blast. You're going to get a lot of foam, not necessarily the most fun shoe, but lots of protection. So last thing I wanted to say here is the mental toughness piece. Yeah, just on the mental toughness piece, man, the brain is such a big muscle when it comes to running. We often think about the heart. We often think about the legs. I was just talking about my calf is sore, right? Those are all muscles that inform our running performance. But the brain is another one. And coming out here when we're fatigued and being able to run, not just on tired legs, but on a tired mind, is a skill that will improve our running. So that is mental toughness too. And so often we think about being tough as this active bravado. We need to be in pain. We need to grin and bear it. No, being tough can mean just showing up and do the bare minimum. Sometimes that's what it means to be tough. Putting food on the table, getting out of the bed every morning and executing on those things that we need to do. That's being tough, and being able to make time for our goals, not just the expectations of other. Oh man, sorry, I'm sneezing. I seriously think I got hypothermia out there. But yeah, being able to make time for our goals and not just the expectations of others. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So I'm gonna refuel. I'm gonna work. Maybe I'll get some more miles, but we got 15 quality miles. Maybe I'll sign up for this ultra too. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in a bit. Also, I need to work on my settings for this indoor filming because winter is coming. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. This is not very glorious. It's like that Tarantino movie, Inglorious Refuel here. I had the old crusty bowl from breakfast. I just threw some more oatmeal in there. This is mental toughness refuel. Oatmeal with peanut butter and raspberry amaretto jam. Just grinding with the raspberry amaretto jam and the pink Fiesta wear. This is how you stay tough. Steel wool socks. Let's go. Bang. Lunchtime refuel. Charles was chefing it up in Supwell kitchen. We have the ciabatta. Is this Aldi or Trader Joe's? Trader Joe's ciabatta, Beyond Burger, spinach, and some avocado. She said there's no sauce. I don't even think we have honey left. No honey mustard.
Some honey mustard, actually.
Oh, we do? The old one?
It's pre-made.
The one from like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, but the kids got it. I mean, it's mustard. It's nothing.
All right, keep the mustard on the burger. Let's do it.
I also have split pieces.
All right, keeping the mustard on the burger here.
I'm sure you didn't mean to do that.
There we go.
It's to protect baby.
If I get food poisoning, you know why. It's aged mustard. Bang. All right, run number 2, man. I'm eating some graham crackers. I did not refuel enough. That's what happens when I have meetings. I'm going to go Mag Max for the second run. Ain't that sweet? Ain't that sweet? And kids sitting around. Kids are sitting around painting, man, painting. Ain't that nice? Ain't that sweet? That is nice. That is nice. But the thing is, the miles are not going to run themselves. I would love to be inside painting a pumpkin in the warmth. I don't think they're painting pumpkins, but they have done in the past. They've done that. Instead, we're going to be... Hold on. Do you want to see this? You want to see what the situation is that we're dealing with right now? This is complete shenanigans. This is complete shenanigans. But we're going to go running it. Mental toughness. And this is the thing. I know I'm joking around a lot today, but I'm serious. It's the days like this where it's cold and it's rainy and we don't want to run, that we run anyway and we build mental toughness. That's what it is. Consistent repetition. Repetitive consistency. Imperfect execution. It's enduring consistent, slight discomfort. That's all it is. This is not going to be painful. It's just going to be annoying. It's annoying, and there's friction to getting out the door here, to leaving the warmth. But once we decide and commit, that's 90% of the work, baby. So I'm going to get some miles here, close it out. The reason I went Mag Max is because grip, but also because my calf is bothering me. I want something high drop. And this has a 10 millimeter drop, so we should be good. Let's get... Oh, it's cold. I'm going to get a quarter zip. Hold on. Quarter zip, and then we need a GTFOH. All right, we are quarter zipped up, ready to rock. This is not Supwell, so I have to block it out. I have to make some Supwell quarter zips. But man, the thing is, if I had a treadmill... This is the thing. I'm talking mental toughness this, mental toughness that. But if I had a treadmill, would I be getting out here in the rain? No, I would not. I would not be out in the rain preaching mental toughness. If I had a treadmill in my house, I would be putting on a nice podcast, some nice relaxing music, jumping on the treadmill in the warmth, and slowly jogging for this afternoon run. Instead, I'm delaying. I'm filibustering. I'm standing up here because I'm not ready for the moderate discomfort of what's going to come. But all right, let's just get this thing over with. I'm really not looking forward to this, but the sooner we start, the sooner it'll be over. Let's just do this thing. All right, we finished 6. And man, I don't want this video to be just 58 minutes of nauseating bloviation. What do we get? 6.32 miles, 747 pace, nice recovery zone. Yeah, I don't want this video to be nauseating bloviation. Just me talking about this is how you do this is how you do that. But I do want to take a second here, a beat, not a second. I want to take a full video, a full episode here on the channel to share where I'm at in my personal journey of entrepreneurship, of running, and how I have personally built mental toughness and how I motivate myself to keep going. So here's the best definition I can give of mental toughness. Let me take off this non-Supwell certified quarter zip. Bada boom, bada bang. So here's how I define mental toughness. It's not giving up on our personal commitments when it becomes moderately difficult. And what's a personal commitment? A personal commitment is a goal that we set out, a process goal. A process goal, like we're going to run 5 days a week. And guess what? Guess what happens if you say you want to run 5 days a week and then you don't? You know what happens? Nothing. Literally nothing. Your partner, your husband, your wife, they're probably going to tell you, honey, you should take it easy today. You've been going hard. They're not going to say, yeah, go out there and grind some more miles. And it's not because they don't love you or they don't want you to reach your goals, but they don't have the same personal goals that you have. So being accountable to ourselves, that's mentally tough. And sticking it through when it gets moderately difficult. It is, let me tell you this right now. If you train for a marathon appropriately, it's never going to get 10 out of 10 hard. It's impossible if you train for a marathon appropriately and you show up on race day, you do the fueling right and everything. There's, of course, a bunch of variables. But the marathon isn't designed to be a 10 out of 10 pain cave challenge. When we're thinking about effort, sprinting, the shorter a distance race, the shorter a race distance is, the more painful it is. You know, a 5K could get 10 out of 10 difficult. But regardless of the distance, man, if we're trained, and we've trained our brains as well as our body, it comes down to the mental aspect and not giving up on our personal commitments. So a personal commitment could be, I'm going to run, this is what I did on the Chicago Marathon day, I'm going to run 16 miles at a 6:04 pace. That was my personal commitment. I didn't say on race day I'm going to run 26 miles at a 6:04 pace. That was in the back of my head. But I said, I am just going to do this first 16 at a 6:04. And it's the same thing with these 100-mile weeks. You know what happens if I don't run a 100-mile week? Literally nothing. Literally nothing happens. I'll probably take next week down, or maybe Thanksgiving down. I'm going to take a 50 or 60-mile week to recover. You know what's going to happen? Nothing. Literally nothing. But it's a personal commitment, and I'm accountable to myself. And man, if you want to become better as an endurance athlete, it's just grinding through moderately challenging miles, grinding through moderate fatigue. It's never that painful. There's not a lot of acute pain when it comes to endurance training. And it's the same thing with life. It's a lot of little challenges, these little obstacles, being tired at 9 p.m., wanting to go to bed. It's really hard to fire up that computer and do the 30 minutes of work that we need to do for ourselves, not the 8 hours of work that we've already done for our boss. And that's the difference. Once we can start treating our own personal commitments and our own personal goals, once we start treating those as important as the other goals that are external or the expectations that other people put on us, that's when we'll be mentally tough. I'm still working on it every day. And that's why I'm not doing this full time yet, because I haven't been committing to the website, getting training plans off the ground and all that. But over the past few months, I've been chunking it up. And as I step inside the office here, I have shoe boxes piled up. I have another box that Diodora just sent me. Diodora is the only brand sending me stuff right now, I guess. I have a rule. I'm not emailing brands anymore, but if they want to send me stuff, they can. I have boxes and boxes of merch. The Hobby Jogger hats are sitting right behind me. The Hobby Jogger hats just got here, so everything will be shipping out tomorrow and Saturday, right on target for our mid-November deadline. So, man, I am so close to this next phase of the business. So I wanted to take a step back and capture it, and it's all about being consistent and just persisting, not giving up on ourselves. So that's my message for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll be back tomorrow with another video, and hopefully we'll get some Supwell certified quarter zips for the next merch drop. Oh, one more thing. So Mag Max, this is also great. Upper, it gets a little wetter. It gets more wet, picks up more water than the Primex Strung 2 upper. That's nice about the Strung uppers and the regular Audi Zero uppers. They don't pick up a lot of water, but the grip is great and a nice comfortable shoe for recovery miles. All right, that's all I have. One more thing. Oh, the rascals are here. The hats are here. Look at this. They're absolutely fire. We're going to be sending them out. Everyone get ready. Who ordered your hats? They're looking clean, right, Mace? Yes. Hey, pull up in the Gonya. You want to wear it? I don't know if we have extra. We have to get the hats out sent first. Well, we do have a few extra. I made sure to order extra, but we got to get them sent out to the people, to the hobby joggers. Look at this. You guys are stealing. You can't steal all the hats. You can't steal all the hats. Also, bro, Diodora put way too much respect on the channel. Look at all this respect that Diodora put on the channel. Holy cow. We're going to be coming through in that Italian swag. What's up? Versace? Versace? Versace, Versace, Versace? Hey, fire. They're rocking the hobby jogger hats, putting in work on the hills. Let's go! This is a gated community. Please get the heck off my property.